We should be ready to go here shortly. So
yeah, I was gonna say I haven't got SRL open, but looks like all the runners are ready, and the restream is ready, and everything is ready.
Yep.
So today, this is basically deciding who's gonna escort me to my doom, because the winner of this race is gonna be racing me next. So I'm a little bit invested in this race, but not biased, of course. But yeah, good luck to both runners. For Honor, for Glory, which is shortly going to be for Honor, Glory 4.
It's for Hearth and Home.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
He hasn't got his names backwards, so when he switches his Black Mage around, it's going to be all messed up. Too late. He started. Well, let's kick it off with a little explanation of the thing that makes FF1 PSP so very special. Both these runners will be straight away going to buy a hammer. Not because hammers are particularly great, but because we can use a PSP exclusive glitch to turn a hammer into a knight's armor, which also isn't particularly special, but we shouldn't have it at this point in the game, and we shouldn't be able to put it on our mages or our ninja. However, it makes us very, very strong against pretty much everything in the early game. Anyone who wants to know how the equipment glitch works, ask Chris, because I can't be bothered to explain it.
Yeah, I'll let them ask before I say it.
Okay.
So after they do the equipment glitch, they go talk to a guard, takes them to the castle, immediately puts them in front of the king, who decides they are the Warriors of Light because they have crystals for no reason that is ever explained.
Yeah, we never get told where they come from.
And the king is immediately like, well, since you're the Warriors of Light, can you go rescue my daughter? She's kind of been taken by Garland. He was the finest knight in the kingdom, blah, blah, blah.
And now he's turned evil because his name's Garland, and he's got a bit of a complex because people keep calling him girly and sissy because his name means a bunch of flowers, and, you know, there's only so much of that you can take before you just go nuts and just kidnap the princess.
Yeah, what she said. So here we see Leo entering the Chaos Shrine and immediately taking a detour left. Running into some very unfortunate encounters here, but this is Final Fantasy 1 in a nutshell. Crrool grabbing the leather cap, and like the hammer, leather cap not really too interesting, except for it turns into the Judgment Staff, and the Judgment Staff kinda good. Gives a lot of accuracy, gives a lot of attack, and also has a very, very fun side effect that, if used as an item... Yeah, if used as an item... Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad on that one. The side effect, if used as an item, nukes everything. Or I guess cast Flare in this version, but nuking things sounds better. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just realized what you were saying about Crrool's names. It's gonna be For Honor, Glory 4.
Yep. It's gonna be awkward for 2/3 of the run.
I mean, okay, Slayer Lightstorm. She's also evil.
Whoa, that... Princess Sarah's evil?
Have you never read 8-Bit Theater?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so they do a lot of random stuff with the Final Fantasy 1 lore, and Princess Sarah is technically evil, and the Black Mage knows Hadoken. So, yeah.
I see.
It's great. Also, the fighter/warrior likes swords. So, yeah. This is being ran on the PSP version. If there is a Steam version, I know we've had some talk about it, but it would be using the mobile port, and it's slower. So, 8-Bit Theater is not canon, but 8-Bit Theater is fun. Clearly. I mean, instead of Astos, you get Drizzle the Dark Elf. Yes, invented sword chucks. So yeah, okay. Here we have a cutscene that is not skippable, and it's simply because it doesn't change graphic engines, as we found out randomly through one of our other commentators.
Not me, because I don't know anything.
She says that she also has the fastest time in this tournament.
You don't have to know anything to go fast. You just have to do what you're told.
I mean, you don't have to, run against me and get a 140, 159, but you did.
I tried.
Yeah, it's okay. So, Crrool entering the skippable cutscene, and Leo is right behind. These two have a bit of a history. So, I do believe it's last tournament. They were in the finals together, and Leo had a bit of an unfortunate internet issue, and Crrool won. Crrool has not been happy about that win, because apparently Leo would have won by like 7 seconds.
Was that the one they had to retime? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so these two have a bit of a history.
This is the rematch to end all rematches.
Yeah, Crrool was wanting it to be the actual finals, but Leo and Crrool ended up getting paired up early. So,
I mean, they might still meet again in the finals. It is possible.
What are you talking about? They're going to meet you in the finals. One of them will meet you in the finals.
No, because we've got the losers bracket. So whoever wins the winners bracket finals will then go on to fight or race the winner of the losers bracket finals. So if I don't win the finals of the winners bracket, then one of these guys might come back up and fight again. So yeah, it's all to play for until it's all to play for next time.
Oh, okay. So here we enter Provoca, and there's not a lot of NPCs here yet because there's pirates running the town. And here we're going to see the first use of the Judgment Staff and its ability to nuke things. Essentially, the Judgment Staff is a microwave. Also, these pirates have like 10 HP. So this is a bit overkill, but there's no kill like overkill, so... Leo not getting a leather shield. And Crrool getting the leather shield. However, Crrool doesn't need it.
That's how RNG works. So Leo will have to go and take a trip down to buy himself a leather shield. And Crrool will just have an item in his inventory that will mess up his equipment glitches. So
yeah, this is also a thing because they both run different routes. Leo runs an item-based route, while Crrool runs complete barbarian sword. So the only item that he will be using to kill encounters is the Judgment Staff. Also, we're seeing Leo do something that not a lot of people in this tournament do. I don't know what this is. Kib, do you want to explain it?
Well, this is a minigame that is all kinds of fun. And that most people just do for fun, but we also do it because we like pain in the speedrun. Basically, if you get a time of somewhere between 30 seconds and 60 seconds, you beat the second place time, and you get one of 6 items, one of which is the emergency exit. So there's a 1 in 6 chance that you can get something that means that you can just exit a dungeon. No worries, instantly saving you a hell of a lot of time. However, it also could just waste you 30 seconds. So I don't think Leo got the emergency exit there, or we'd be seeing a lot of smugness in the chat right now.
Or so Leo is...
Leo is just down 30 seconds. It's very difficult for you to see in time, even if you're looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, Leo could have gotten it, and just may not even be focusing on chat because... Again, this is kind of a bit of a storied race.
That's true. This is a important race. Historical race.
To be fair, Leo's not even in chat. So I don't... From
Phoenix down, Keldroff says. Everyone knows that's important.
I mean, yeah, we've only bought like a ton... Well, they've bought a ton of them at the start. We're not playing at the moment, so... Leo did puzzle. Did not get emergency exit.
But Crrool should reset because he didn't do one, obviously.
Yeah. So, Leo, I don't know if Crrool did or not. Leo went into Elfheim to buy gold needles. And the reason that is important is we have nothing to protect against petrification. Forgot the word there for a second. And yeah, gold needles is all we got. Still doesn't stop an ambush that gives 1-turn petrification, but you know, we'll see if that happens.
By the way, I'm about to perform an amazing magic trick, which is that I'm going to turn into a man, and my name will be Leonis07.
Hello.
Hello.
Mic check.
You're a little bit quiet.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Alright, well, let's undo that. Make it louder.
There we go, and that is my transformation complete. So I'll be handing you guys over to Leno, and hope these guys have a great race, and both have very slow times.
Thanks for joining, Kib.
Thanks
See
for
you
helping,
guys.
Kib.
No worries. Bye.
So, yeah, we just see them now getting in Earth Cave, or Marsh Cave, sorry. I'm jumping ahead like 20 minutes. And Crrool having a decent Pisco Demon fight. And Leo is making his way down there. So, Leno, you really didn't miss much. Leo did puzzle. Doesn't look like he got emergency exit. But Crrool messed up his names.
Chat says he got a... Yeah, chat says he got a Phoenix down.
Yeah. So, we'll see how that goes.
Leo is all puzzle memes on his party today. Oh, I like Crrool's names.
Yeah, for honor for paralysis. Oh, did somebody in chat says that they seen an exit in his inventory? So Leo may have got...
Well, I'll keep an eye on it when he has to heal up.
Yeah, same here.
Leo looks like he's definitely got the better RNG so far.
So SSJ Trolley in chat asks who will be winning in 20 minutes. Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy 1 always wins. The runners always lose. Oh, so Leo actually
saw my SRX run on Saturday. That was evident.
I was not able to tune into that one. I still have to watch the VOD, but I hear it was meme-tastic.
It was. Am I still coming in pretty quiet?
I do believe so. I actually turned you up on my end.
All right. Let's max this baby out then.
He got both, so he did get an emergency exit.
Oh, ooh, that'll make it interesting.
So this is a race, my friends.
This is a race. If I am still quiet, let me know, and I will turn it
You
up.
actually sound good on my end. Chat says you're a little bit quiet still. Because I actually turned you back down to 100%. But you do sound good on my end.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That sounds perfect.
Yep. Excellent.
So, yep, he got the exit. Leo is not being smug anywhere at the moment, so I don't think he's actually paying attention to Speed Gaming chat or even SRL chat, which means he's taking this very seriously.
He is. This is serious time for Leo. He wants to win this.
I mean, yeah, probably. So, Comrade Leonis07, do you want to tell them this part of the story?
This part of the story is a massive fetch quest. We have to run back and forth through a lot of forest. We have to go visit Matoya the Witch, give her sight back, And then we have to go visit the elves one more time because their prince is sleeping. He fell under a curse, or he just partied too hard and just conked out. I don't know what it is. And then we have to go visit Cornelia Castle once again. Yes, I am Comrade. That is a little bit of a joke from the SRX event that took place this last week. I raced Kami Mario 3. So I am Comrade Leno.
It's true. I may have convinced commentators to call him Comrade Leno. I'm not sorry for any of the things that I have done. So we see Leo here in the lead, and Crrool getting an ambush. And ambushes are bad. Preemptive strikes are good. Preemptive strikes, because there are unrunnables in the game, if you get a preemptive, you can still run from it. The game does not tell you that you can run from encounters or you can't run from encounters. It just lets you try. Ambushes, however, like
and
with this
fail.
wolf pack,
Yep, and fail horribly every time.
yeah, if you get ambushed by like the 7 wolf pack on Crrool's side, each one of those get an attack. So yeah, that's all before you get a turn. And later on, it gets really ridiculous whenever they start casting magic. So yeah.
I think I just had an internet hookup there. Hiccup.
I mean, you're still here, man. You're still here.
Okay. Okay. I heard some robots, but I think we're good now.
We don't get robots until about an hour and 10 in. For those that don't know, this run is about an hour and a half to hour and 40 minutes long. Unless you're Kib and you get a 127.
Banzai!
Banzai. It's an A, not no. So here they are talking. Well, Leo is talking to Matoya. Crrool is getting a Black Widow encounter, and grabbing the herb or Jolt Tonic. And she can see if you talk to Matoya again, she also kind of burns you a little bit and says that you're not as handsome as you or as she thought you would be. So yeah, it's fun stuff. But Leo is going back to his boat, and if you notice, he actually parks the boat a little bit away. And the reason that is the dock tiles, which is the only place that you can dock a boat in this game. You don't get an encounter on. So while it's a little bit slower, you don't get encounters, and not having encounters is good. We don't want encounters, but for some reason we don't play the no encounters patch for this game.
In before next tournament.
I would probably actually join for that tournament. Though Leo would probably win. Leo or you would probably win because you two are the only ones that do frickin' puzzle. So. But here we see Leo grabbing the Mystic Key from waking up the Elf Prince. And he will be leaving the Elf Castle just to re-enter. And we see Crrool doing the same. Leo is actually going back up here. The Mystic Key has a special property that we've not actually seen the need for it. It unlocks any locked door and any locked chest. And this door to this armory is locked, but we have a key, so yeah, it's fine. That allows him to pick up the Mithril Hammer, which he turns into Thieves' Armlets. And Thieves' Armlets are great. Not as powerful as the Knight's Armor. However, they don't have the weight the Knight's Armor do. They add, I do believe it's 10 evasion and 5 agility per one that's put on, whereas the Knight's Armor has like 33 weight. So
And no evasion bonus of any kind.
yeah, it's terrible. However, for those that want to know where the Thieves' Armlets come from, it comes from Hellfire Chasm. It is a GBA bonus dungeon. I say that it was introduced in the GBA version, and it is actually really nice to have. And a lot of the stuff that we will be using is also from either the GBA bonus dungeon or the Labyrinth of Time bonus dungeon that was introduced in the PSP version. Who is ahead? Leonis is ahead at the moment.
You got a very small lead, but if RNG cooperates, he can build on it, or otherwise Crrool can overtake him again.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game. There is no safe lead until you beat Chaos. So, or you forfeit. I mean, either way. So,
alright, looks like Crrool is going to skip the mithril knife and therefore the black robe.
yeah, Crrool is on the barbarian sword route, so he does not grab anything extra. The only extra item that he will be grabbing is the gauntlets in Citadel of Trials, and that's because it's needed for Golden Staff, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
But here we see Leo and Crrool making his way to where Leo's at. They picked up nitro powder in Castle Cornelia. Why a kingdom would have nitro powder just sitting in its treasure room. But they're going to blow up a piece of land. And I mean, like, actually blow up a piece of land. It's not going to exist. Reason being, we are locked in this small area. And this helps us get out to the rest of the world. So, it's nice to have.
Excuse me there. Ribbon confirmed unnecessary, only if you're a TAS.
Ribbon confirmed necessary. Anybody who watched my last race would know that my black mage died twice. Chaos was not cooperative.
Well, it'd be nice if Chaos would cooperate.
It'd be nice if this game cooperates, but it doesn't.
That's why there's a no encounters hack patch.
It's true. That patch is so great. But we don't even have leaderboards for it anymore.
We never did, actually.
I do believe we did at one point.
Well, there was on the FF1 board, but after some consideration, it's probably just going to be moved over to its own Final Fantasy Hacks board. And
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that exists on the internet. So it'll still exist. It's just not going to be in the main FF1 page.
Gotcha. So, here we see Leo sailing past whatever that GBA bonus dungeon whirlpool was. I don't know the name of it because we never go to it in Final Fantasy.
I absolutely have no PTSD from that dungeon last Saturday. None whatsoever.
Oh, Lifespring Grotto. That's it.
Yep, that is Lifespring.
Now, remind me, is that the one with the Final Fantasy IV fiends?
5. The 4 fiends are in Hellfire Chasm.
Okay, so Hellfire Chasm's the one that triggers my PTSD. Got it. So, yeah, so Melmond here, where Leo put 2 barb swords on and grabbed a mage's staff because equipment glitch reasons. Melmond is the place that you actually get the knight's armor. But we got it early and have tons of money now for no reason. And sorry, my phone is going off because I forgot to mute it. And now we see...
Leo's getting some great RNG. Crrool, not so much. He had the 6 winter sea wolf ambush.
There's not much difference between those.
That's true.
I heard you say winter, and I was like, they're not winter wolves, but they're close.
They might as well be.
So, commentator's curse. Leo getting good RNG. He got ambushed. But so here we see Crrool doing his menuing. He will be putting Barbarian Sword on everybody. So, for Honor, Glory 4. The naming no longer makes sense, but that's fine. And Leo is in the Batcave. If you want the actual name, it's Cavern of Earth. But it is the Batcave because, like Matoya's Cave with brooms, these bats can block your path. They're terrible.
They're just horrible.
So, between that, there's a ton of encounters that can happen on this floor. Cockatrice encounters, Pisco demons. All of it's just really slow. These guys can paralyze you. And we don't want any of that. Crrool also in the Batcave. And I call this the Batcave because not only is there bats, but Leo is fixing to fight Batman. He's a bat, now he's a man. And let's talk about Batman real quick. 19 damage, and then he dies.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
Now, granted, even without the Barbarian Sword, he'd still die pretty quickly, because a cast of Fire 2, which is Fira, could still one-shot him.
See, now I have to look it up, because I'm curious as to how much HP he has, and I don't actually know.
He's only got about 150 or so.
Really?
Yep. It's not very much.
So I like how I look on the wiki, and it's just like, oh, you mean the enemy? It doesn't even give me a thing for Final Fantasy 1. It's just like, oh, you mean the enemy.
Silly wiki.
So I don't think they have their things right on the wiki, because the wiki is saying Vampire has 1 HP. I don't think that's right.
No, that's definitely not right.
So I'm just going to go with GBA ruling. He has 280. So yeah, kind of... To be fair, Final Fantasy 1 PSP, anything past NES uses inflated numbers. Estimated times an hour and a half to hour and 40 minutes. Could be longer, could be less. Just depends on RNG. Both of these runners actually put up sub 130 times consistently. So,
Crrool's PB is a 127, something like that, I think, right now. And Leo's is a 124, I want to say. But Crrool is primarily a console runner, and Leo is an emulator runner.
No, Leo's console as well.
Is he console? Okay.
They're both console.
My bad.
Yeah, they're
My
both
bad.
running on console. Leo's is actually 127 even, and Crrool's is 128.05. So there is a minute and 5 seconds difference between their PBs. Well, that's at least posted on the leaderboard. They could have PB'd any time during this tournament, and I just don't know that, so...
So Leo got what I could not get earlier today. He got that emergency exit, put it to good use, and has a very comfortable 3-minute lead on Crrool right now. Now, that's right now. RNG is still a thing. The time is different. The NES version still takes 2.5 to 3 hours to do, unless you're Feasel, and then you can pretty much YOLO it. And there is that 1 in 64 Ochre Jelly encounter for Crrool.
Yeah, NES world record is like 259. NE percent is 259.35 by Geyer.
There is a lot of step counter manipulation going on with the NES run. None of which exists in this version, because starting with the PlayStation version, your encounters are fluid. You will have no idea what is coming up, ever. Yep, the only thing that would speed this game up now is a major skip, such as a wrong warp into the final dungeon.
That would be nice, but it would also break the game.
Like this game isn't broken already.
I mean, it's not Final Fantasy III Famicom yet, where the
Yeah,
entire
that's pretty broken.
the run takes like 6 minutes.
It's not Final Fantasy 1 Famicom where you can beat the game in 7 minutes. It's not Final Fantasy 2 Famicom where you can beat the game in, I want to say, 15 minutes? Something like that?
I'm on speedrun.com. I can look it up.
Yep. They all involve beating the game. Well, actually, there's a task of Final Fantasy 2 Famicom. I don't know if anybody's RTA'd it yet. But you can beat Final Fantasy 2 Famicom in like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah,
level
nobody's
1?
RTA'd it.
Okay. Well, I can channel my inner task only so much. It works for Donkey Kong Country 2, and that's about it. Oh, Leo's just going to choose a new slot every time he safety saves to save that time.
Yeah, definitely. I actually have to jump out now, guys. As far as who's winning, it is Leo at the moment. But I will leave you in Leno's capable hands. And thank you for letting me commentate. And I hope everybody has a good one. But thank you for having me.
Yep, see you later. So now that Leo has used his Earth Rod on that evil plate, he's on the 4th floor heading down towards the Lich. I should actually get the sheet up real quick so we can mark that ochre jelly encounter for Crrool. But now that Crrool has his Earth Rod, he's going to work his way back. This is where the emergency exit would save so much time, because it cuts out on half a dungeon with back tracking. And what is the date today? The 4th. There we go. It is marked. And Leo on the final floor. Least encounter rate in the game on that floor. Okay, I was going to say, he better safety save. His max HP is kind of low. Now, Lich is still a scary fight. He has a 75% chance to cast magic any given turn. The first turn in his spell order is Blizzara. But we don't worry about such things, because Lich is dead. At the max HP that Leo has, all of his characters would die. One shot. That is the reason for his safety save. In the oldest route of this run, where we would pick up the Dragon Armor, you would not have to safety save or probably not heal, because the Dragon Armor has Ice Elemental Protection, and Blizzara would do laughable damage. But it is deemed faster to not pick it up. But on Leo's end, a little unskippable cutscene. Crrool doing a safety save on the 3rd floor. Good call, because Pisco Demons are a thing, and Cockatrices are a thing. And Crrool has got some good HP totals on his Knight and Thief already. Now, if Crrool wanted to, he could fully heal his Knight and Thief, and would not have to safety save for Lich. And even if Lich cast Blizzara, Crrool would survive. Leo having decent RNG getting back to his ship. Now he's going to work his way towards Crescent Lake, where we will finally get a canoe, and we have some new equipment coming our way. Crrool, meanwhile, just now using his Earth Rod, and he's working his way down to the 4th floor. Crrool having a really nice fourth floor there. I think that was just a one battle. And all throughout the tournament, we are still looking for an Earth Elemental encounter on the last floor. In fact, there are only 2 of the 1 in 64 encounters this tournament has not seen. The Earth Elemental on the last floor, and the Tyrannosaur on the world map near the Mirage Tower. And there are 4 opportunities to get that. Lich having no luck surviving today. Leo's making some inventory space for his ethers. Oh yes, we need the early Warmech. All the Warmech hype. Well, looks like Leo's having just a slight issue with his menuing, but now he's got it. He's got his Lust Daggers and Black Gargon. Lust Dagger adds 20 points of agility, and the Black Garbs add 10 points of agility each. So his Black Mage now has 50 extra points of agility. He's very fast. Gotta go fast. Little blue blur. Easy for me to say. Yes. I was originally supposed to commentate. I had to run to the post office, so I didn't think I was going to make it back in time and start for the match. Kibetha and Chris stepped in for me to hold things over until I got here, and now I am here. Kib is probably a pile of jelly on her bed, and Chris just had things he had to get done. You were away for the longest time. Actually, I don't know how long you were away. Lurk. Leo doing a safety save in the ice cave. Yes. I am the comrade. Leo safety saving in the ice cave. Looks like Crrool is actually making up some time here. Kib is couch potato confirmed. But now that Leo is in the ice cave, this ice cave is still very dangerous. Doesn't matter how much gear you got. It is still very dangerous. When you're level 50 with some endgame gear, then it's not as threatening. Up until that point, it is easy to just fall over dead. Just like that. Rip Leo's thief. He will probably keep him dead. And that was some crazy menuing there by Crrool, opting to on the world map. Oh, the Dark Wizard, a neutral encounter. The very rare neutral encounter from the Dark Wizard. The White Dragon! Oh, double dragons again! Oh no! It's not an ambush, so he'll survive, but oh my! No! Double, I'd like to have a word with you. Oh no! Leo, seeing that ice storm, knew it was better to just reset. And now, all of a sudden, this is a race again. Because Crrool is right outside that door. Oh, Leo did take another safety save. Oh, and the undead ambush at the spike tile, so he will reset again. This is going to give Crrool a lot more time to catch up. Emergency exit is a curse? It is a curse, because I can't ever seem to get one. Oh, the commentator's curse always exists. If you have commentated at all, you can curse. That is confirmed. Or is it? Oh, and then the Ice Gig is encountered by Leo. Wow! Which floor is this on? I want to know if that's a 1 in 64 or not. Oh, it's this floor! It's the 1 in 64 encounter! By Leo! Oh, best fighter is the one that is kissing the floor at all times. So already we've had 2 of the 1 in 64 encounters this match. The Ice Gigas is not really a notable one, so we don't keep track of that. But it is a 1 in 64 on that particular floor. And the Ice Cave showing its mettle, proving that it is worthy, and showing no mercy to either of our runners today. Oh, Leo! Oh, no! Oh, that is movement error by Leo. He has to do that all over again. No! I mean, it's still okay. He's fine. He's okay. He's not done. He's not dead. But all of a sudden, Crrool is now right on his heels. He healed up in preparation for the Evil Eye, forgetting that he didn't go up yet. So now he just needs to kill off his fighter, and this will do it. So if you guys want to see more fails just like that, please give these runners a follow. Oh, and there's the Ice Gigas encounter for Crrool's end. Wow. The RNG is brutal today. Both get the Frost Gigas 1 in 64 encounter on the same floor. Leo is just about done with his grinding. There are no shots fired. We only love our runners here. Crrool did remember to go up, though. This is good. He has almost caught up and got the Thundar right away, so he is all set for his grind. Alright, so Leo just now finishing his grind. He's reviving Justice Thief, but for experience reasons, we'll be reviving the fighter sometime later. Nope. Uh-oh. Come on, stream. Don't do this to me now. Yeah. There we go. I think we got it. So since Leo doesn't have the Mage Staff, and well, he doesn't have gauntlets anyway, so that wouldn't matter. If he had gauntlets, he can use that to one-shot the Pisco Demons. This is true. Boxmeister speaks the truth. Come on, internet. Hold out. Don't buffer. Yeah, that would be Crusader. Crusader completely YOLO'd and did not safety save at all for his match against me. Alright, we're just gonna do a hard refresh on the restream page, on the stream page. We're gonna see if that works any better. Alright, we'll see if this holds out any better. It looks like Leo just got away from some, yeah, the wolf, you know, this Hoggins. I meant to say wolves. I wanted to come up with a wolf joke again, but no. He's just about to get his airship. Crrool, meanwhile, running into the same Pisco Demon issue that Leo had. Yeah, wow, I can word. You YOLO every day, huh? Uh-oh. Why are speedrunning jokes bad? I have a feeling there's a really bad punchline coming. Meanwhile, Crrool got his bingo square. He got his White Croc Red Piranha encounter. Oh, Leo with the Sandworm ambush. Game over. No! No! This is why we safety save on our way to the Citadel. No, Leo. When did he last safety save? Oh, it was before. Oh no, so he has to do the grind again. Crrool suddenly has a lead. Oh no. Alright, Leo, did you safety save after your grind? I didn't see what his levels were. So Leo lost a couple minutes to that. Okay, looks like that was after the grind. Oh, Leo, I have a feeling there will be some very legit salt coming from him later. Yes, that Sandworm encounter, it is only a 3 in 64 encounter. It is pretty uncommon, but that is the reason why we safety save, because you don't want that to happen. Crrool is opting to safety save before it could happen. Now, in this area of the world, there is a chance of that Tyrannosaur encounter, but it looks like Crrool is going to get away. Leo, once again, going to get his airship. If this is the one that I'm thinking of, Boxmeister, I think it was a double drop Crrool match. And Crrool opting to fight the Sphinx. The Sphinx is very difficult to run from. Yes, the game hates you, so always safety save. Yes, Nikki, Leo did die to the sandworms. It was just one single sandworm. He got the ambush, got the earthquake, and ripperoni. This time opting to safety save. However, it looks like Leo is going to be in the clear this time. Meanwhile, Crrool fighting some Minotaur zombies. You can't run from them. So every time you see them, time. Yeah, Nikki, that never happens except for when it does. It's happened to me against a match against Double Drop. I guess it happened a couple of years ago during the tournament. Yeah, if that had happened after Citadel, that probably would have been GG. Because that would have been a good 12 minutes lost. And solo Minotaur zombie for Leo, just gonna bop him. Crrool's gonna pick up that healing staff. The healing staff, as the item by itself, does not serve as much purpose, but it turns into the Lordly Robes, which we really do need. And Crrool got the ambush from the Nightmares. So White Mage is rocking some shades. And because of some terrible RNG there, Leo just caught right back up. Almost. He still has to fight the Nightmares one more time. Alright, let's see if we can get a 1 in 64 Dragon Zombie encounter in here. It's not the Spike Tile. Yeah, my match earlier featured a Ripperoni from the White Dragon. It was pretty quickly into the dungeon. Crrool now has his Rat's Tail, the delicacy for Bahamut. And let's see if Crrool gets that Mega Elixir drop. No Mega Elixir drop, okay. This race is a thing. Oh, the 5 mummy ambush. Anytime there's an ambush, it's bad, but when there's more than half the amount of monsters you can have, that you can have, wow, that was a sentence. Let's try that again. The more monsters you have in an ambush, the worse you're off you are, obviously, just because there's more time you have to waste. So if you get a 9 monster ambush, you are wasting ultimate time. Oh, how's that 9 Winterwolf ambush coming for you? That'll waste a lot of time. Am I lagging again? Nope, looks like I'm good. And Leo! Nothing. No Mega Elixir drop. Now he's on his way back. Hopefully no Sandworm encounter this time. Meanwhile, Crrool just now speaking with Bahamut. Or if you're certain characters in Final Fantasy XII, Bahamut. But we don't do that here. I went robot for a second. Yeah, that's not surprising. I think my internet's just a little spotty right now. Leo making sure to safety save, but it looks like he's in the clear. He is going to avoid all of the sandworms. Crrool has now class changed. He is now leveled up. And high five! Who speaks Japanese here? I certainly don't. Crrool parking in that spot. When you exit Melmond, where he parked his airship, that is where the town spits you out. Yeah, I mean, I had a match against Leo a couple weeks ago where I had a 50-minute outage during my race and then a 15-minute outage during my race. I think I lost by about 20 minutes that race. That was just terrible. Crrool is going to get haste for his Black Mage. And Leo's going to put a Lordly Robe on. And he's going to do his bottle shopping. So we have a little bit of route divergence here. Oh, it was dreadful. Alright, so we have an Ogre Mage, Ogre Chieftain, and a Hyenodon. You can run from this one. If we see Ogre Mages by themselves or with Hellhounds, you cannot run from that one. Oh, PSP is so much faster. So much faster. And all of a sudden, here comes the Japanese in the chat. I can't read any of that. I don't know what you're saying. And Crrool not having the greatest of RNG inside the volcano. He's already on his third battle. Yes, that is correct. PSP is a completely different game. Alright, looks like Leo is on his way to the volcano now. Yes. Leo forgetting where the map is. Crrool having just a little bit of an issue trying to get away from these Minotaurs. But he's on the last floor. There is a noteworthy 1 in 64 encounter on this floor, but looks like he's not going to get any battles. Oh! Red Dragon by Leo! What floor is he on? He's on the 4th floor. Oh, that is a 1 in 64 encounter by Leonis there. What is this RNG today? Oh. Had to hit that. So GG to Leo. That is the second 1 in 64 encounter by Leo. Just mark it all on the calendar now. Yep, we need some Warmech. Warmech hype! Although I'm worried that if we use all of our RNG, we won't have any Warmech left. Alright, these runners are pretty much neck and neck. However, because of the route divergence, it's not really able to determine who is in the lead right now. Yes, Final Fantasy is in the lead. When the routes converge on the Sunken Shrine, then we'll have a definitive answer, but Crrool should have the lead, as Forsyth in chat mentions. Yeah, every time. Or, if you're like me, you can just get a 1 in 64 back-to-back. On Final Fantasy 2 of all games. Get the Iron Giant back-to-back 1 in 64 encounter in Castle Pandemonium. Or Black Flan Temple of Chaos, Shrine of Chaos 1 in 64 encounter. Back-to-back. Oh yes, RNG is great that way. So Leo just completing his spell shopping. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, there we go. Looks like Crrool is gonna enter the Onrak town, the town of Onrak. Yes, the Onrak town. I can word. Leo's gonna be right behind him. So as we converge, now this is true. Leo, with the Major Staff, does have an intelligence boost, and with the Lordly Robe, he can gain some time on the unrunnable encounters. But that depends on if he actually gets those unrunnable encounters, or if Crrool gets them. Now, if Crrool gets all kinds of unrunnables, and there's 3 different unrunnables in this dungeon, then he can just eat up a lot of time because he does not have anything besides the Judgment Staff. And I want to hit my modem because my internet's being kind of crappy again. Oh, okay, he's just gonna fight the ghosts. And my stream froze up. This is fine. Alright, there we go. So Leo is on the top floor. Looks like he gained a little bit of time on Crrool. Crrool, oh, getting the Sahagins. Looks like he got it again. Using Judgment Staff. Now, if he had picked up the Mithril Knife earlier, he could use a Black Robe and wipe them all out. Or, if he wanted to, he could, with the Intelligence boost, use the Gauntlets. And Leo is going meme route. He is going to go left for his Light Axe. Oh, Leo's memeing it up. We have determined that it is 4 or 5 steps faster to go left on this floor to pick up your Light Axe, as opposed to picking it up on the second to last floor in the dungeon. Sure, why not? Everything's a meme. So Leo's going to get his Survival Vest now. The Survival Vest is awesome. It is a drop from one version of Chronodia. It adds 15 points to Agility and Stamina, has Poison Elemental Protection, and, oh, by the way, with 4 of them on, that's 60 points of added Agility. Yeah, this floor has unrunnables, has all 3 of them. It's pretty bad. But this game just hates everyone indiscriminately. Sorry for my typies. And now Crrool looks like he's just about to get his light axe. Now neither runner will pick up the ribbon on the second to last floor. And yeah, that's true, Forsyth. You can just get crappy encounters everywhere in this dungeon. Every floor has an unrunnable. Has at least one. Now Leo, since he already has his survival vest, he can just go straight on down. And Leo has retaken the lead. Crrool has some great encounter luck there for a while. Well, execution does still have a factor. For example, Leo deciding he wanted to drop back down to the bottom floor of the ice cave before getting his Levistone. That was a lot of fun. Wow, nice damage output from Leo. Kraken's down. Release the Kraken! Oh, Kraken's dead. Sorry. Leo demonstrating that he wants to quit. Quit tournament, quit life. Alright, Crrool just now finishing his fight, so these runners are neck and neck. And yes, RNG is a huge factor in this game. It is not the sole determining factor, though. RNG, on average, takes about 30 minutes of the run. On average. And that is why, with route advancements, certain items were either factored in or factored out to help mitigate that RNG. You know, Thief's Armlet, Blackguard, Survival Vest, they were all factored in for RNG. And Crrool getting the Ice Gigas unrunnable encounter. Leo getting the Bat Troll in the waterfall. There is one unrunnable in the waterfall. That is the rare 1 in 64 green dragon encounter. Yes, I do have some pretty wacky routes. Leo trying to run from the nightmare, not having the greatest luck. Oh no. I suppose if you're playing the NES version, I mean, you can kind of see that they're tiles, but you don't know what they are until you walk on them. Yes. We are guaranteed at least 3 of them between these two. Black tile, no problem. Ribbon for Leo, and the robot was kind. Wow, what is that? Walked right back to him. Well, that is a good question, Gwendolyn Knight. That is a great question. Now, Leo's only put the ribbon on 2 of his characters. He wants the speed and intelligence boost on his mages. Hopefully he remembers to put them back on for Chaos. Crrool's robot not in as nice of a spot, so he will walk a couple extra steps. Crrool will put the ribbon on all 4 characters, I believe. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, yep. Oh, Dr. Oon on Leonis' side. Trolling. I know Tiamat's next. But technically, coming up next is Lufenia, which is going to be directly after the 3rd obligatory trip to Melmond. Oh, I would say NES or PlayStation would definitely be the worst one, because NES is just insanely difficult. PlayStation is more faithful to the original and is more difficult because of bug fixes. Dr. Oon just in a slightly better position for Crrool. Not that great. Leo, favorite force encounters now are zombie Minotaurs. Looks like he's okay with some Hill Gigases. There is a small chance of a Tyrannosaur encounter when you land your airship, because you're just on the outer edges of that grid. Oh, Leo, the 3 Minotaur zombies. Yes, PS does have easy mode, where everything costs less, you get more experience, and the level cap is changed to 99. It takes forever and a day to get to 99 on the PlayStation version, though. You will not reach 99. And also, your spell charges cap out at 99 instead of 9 per level. There is no Final Fantasy III in this style remake. There's the original Famicom version or the 3DS/PlayStation Network remakes. Oh, come on, stream. Don't do this to me. Yeah, this is definitely not a speed gaming issue. This is definitely a my internet issue. I apologize. Long for the day of better internet. Just gonna pause this for a minute. Well, it wasn't just hard to count back in those days. Between Squaresoft and Nintendo, they struck deals with each other, so that way the release games of the series would actually have a chronological order, so it would always be 1, 2, and 3. They were actually planning on releasing 2 on the NES. However, they were working on 4 at the time, so they just decided to do that one instead, release that as 2. And then they skipped 5. They were planning a PC release called Final Fantasy Extreme, which they scrapped. Excuse me. At which point 6 came out in the States, released as 3, and then all of a sudden Nintendo and Squaresoft had a falling out, and 7 came out, and it stayed as 7. They didn't bother renumbering that one. And thankfully, because that just would have caused all kinds of headaches. And Leo's going to have a small lead on the second floor of the Mirage Tower, having not the greatest luck. He's got a couple vampires there. This is true. Yeah, that's definitely true. 4 for the PlayStation actually wasn't all that bad. It ran the fastest of all 4 of the PlayStation releases of the series. Unless you tried to save and load. That took forever. But Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI on PlayStation, we don't talk about that. Oh, okay, I see what you mean, how 7 sins. Oh, okay. Oh, 5 is a better port. Just because it runs better. 6's port is just terrible. We don't talk about that. Alright, we need some Warmech hype in our chat. We need some Bless RNG. Come on, Warmech. We need to appear on Leo's side. And then we need to appear on Crrool's side. Leo just gonna safety save, not bother healing. Take that back, he just debated us. And looks like Leo is gonna skip on Warmech today. And Leo is going to make quick work of Tiamat here. Crrool just starting his climb of the Flying Fortress. Now he has an Evil Eye encounter. No problem with Evil Eye. Leo disposing of the TMF, and now Crrool is coming up on the 5th floor. We need some Bless RNG, because we need some Warmech. But his encounter rate is kind of terrible right now. Boxmeister, there are sound restoration patches for 5 and 6. 5 sound restoration patches, awesome. Oh no, don't do this to me now. Looks like that is a negative on the Warmech. But I can't quite tell because the stream is buffering. So we could be getting a Warmech or a Tyrannosaur right now, however, I can't see it. And the stream froze. There we go. Alright, so Leo has warped his way over to the Shrine of Chaos. We see Chronodia, the hooded figure, working her way to the back. And yes, Crrool can get one after Tiamat. However, my stream is advancing at about 3 frames per second. I can't quite tell. And now we have best music for Leo. Safety saving. This is a very wise safety save. This dungeon is hell. Hell on wheels. This is a terrible dungeon. There are unrunnable encounters on every floor. Oh yeah, you probably could. And granted, 8,000 experience for the 4 members probably only gets you about a level or 2. So it's not all that much, it's more for bragging rights. Warmech actually does have a very high ambush rate, and I should probably talk about that. Ambushes and preemptives in this game are swapped. If a monster was originally supposed to ambush you in any of the previous versions of the game, you get a preemptive instead. If you were supposed to get a preemptive, you actually get an ambush. So monsters like shadows, which have the highest ambush rate of anything in the game, you get preemptives instead. Dark wizards have a high ambush rate, you get preemptives them quite frequently. The Warmech has a relatively high ambush rate, you actually would get a preemptive most of the time instead. They just screwed that up. Something got screwed up. Leo now using his loot. That one item we got after we beat Garland. Just because. And now, both runners have unrunnable encounters. Crrool purple worms, Leo zombie dragons. No emergency exit drop for Crrool. I did not see if Leo got the Mega Elixir drop or not. And now he has got the Ice Gigas. If he had Mage's Staff, he could use that, but I don't think he picked that up. And Crrool just not having a good time with these white dragons. No Mega Elixir for Leo, okay. Oh, Crrool getting the Ice Gigas encounter now. And our runners just swapped, so now Leo's got the purple worms. Seems legit. Oh, another purple worm from Leo. And yes, purple worms do give a lot of experience. Oh, the green dragons from Crrool does not have a black robe, so he has to fight it out. And Earth Elementals on Leo's side. If he had the Mage's Staff, he could use that. The Barbarian Sword is very overpowered. The Barbarian Sword is actually a drop from Chronodia, the very hardest version of Chronodia in the bonus dungeon. Which means getting all blue seals in the dungeon. Oh, black flans for Crrool. Oh, he's on the second floor. That is a 1 in 64 encounter for Crrool. So that is 2 1 in 64s each. Alright, Leo healing and saving just before Lich. Crrool getting another purple worm. The RNG today has been atrocious. And another reward for Crrool. Leo dispatching of Lich. Lich can cast Flare for his turn. And that would kill 3 of his characters. 2 for sure. His White Mage might die. His Knight would survive. Yeah, Leo got that 3 in 64 Sandworm. They've actually had some 3 and 64s this run, and some 1 and 64s. This has been a race. Warmech is 3 and 64 in the US NES version. His original encounter rate is 1 in 64 in the Japanese Famicom and all subsequent versions of the game since. But in NES, in the United States, it is a 3 and 64. They just swapped Warmech and the Dark Fighter. And now Crrool getting the unrunnable Earth Elemental. Crrool not safety saving? I mean, his characters, his Knight and White Mage should survive. Ninja and Black Mage probably wouldn't. And wow, that was a nice damage roll by Crrool. Let me check for that for you, Foresight. Yes, there have only been 2 Iron Golem sightings this entire tournament. There have been 3 Warmech sightings. Final Dungeon is pretty free after Lich. Once you get to Chaos, then you'll want a safety save, but getting past Lich is the last obstacle. Chaos is as scripted as any other fight in this game. He has a skill set which has Blaze Blaze, Tsunami, Cyclone, and Earthquake. And then he's got his spell list, which has Blizzaga, Slowra, Thundaga, Kiraja, and I forget what the other 4 are. He has a base 50% chance to use a skill, and a base 50% chance, barring that, to use a spell. After that, he can do physicals. So physicals are actually pretty rare from Chaos, and we want to see physicals. That is an accurate Chaos script. Leo having no issues with the Kraken. Crrool having to use Judgment Staff on water elementals because he does not have a black robe. And Leo coming up on the Tiamat rematch. Crrool easily dispatching of Kraken. Now Tiamat's got 5,500 hit points in this rematch, so it's a 2-rounder no matter what. And just like any other race, the way we want it, it's going to come down to the big guy. Leo getting 2 battles before the stairs, though. Neither one of them are Iron Golem, but that's okay. Iron Golem would be unrunnable. And Leo opting to use Ethers on his Black Mage. Not necessary. Haste only costs 15 MP. And you only need to cast it 3 times, so it's 45 MP. He had at least that much. But now both of our runners are doing their final equipment checks for Chaos. Leo safety saving. Did Crrool save? I don't know if he saved. But they're going to start this fight at basically the same time. He put something on that slot. It wasn't the close, but... Oh... Crrool didn't save. Crrool's YOLOing. Leo didn't do equipment. So this could be an interesting race. This could be an interesting finish. Leo using a Giant's Tonics on the Ninja, not the Black Mage. That could cost him. His ninja was safe. And Crrool getting the bad Blaze start. Leo got the good Blizzaga start, although Blizzaga, you don't want to see magic either. I would agree with that, Benny. 3 does need a proper remake like that. Chaos bopping his ninja, not gonna die. Leo not using... Oh no, Leo's Black Mage is dead. He is not going to survive this tsunami. Crrool is in hold A to win mode. Leo is effectively the same way, but he's got one less character to work with. Okay, slower a mist. Crrool is in the clear. And there it is, 131.19 for Crrool, taking the victory real time, finishing with an official SRL time of something. I'm not in the channel, so I don't know. GG to Crrool, he will be moving on. And 131.34 real time for Leo, just 15 seconds behind him. That was an insanely close race. GG to both of our runners. Alright, looks like Crrool is ready for an interview. I will pull him in.
Yo.
Hello. Good evening.
Yo.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Whew, that was an intense race.
Yeah, that was something, all right. I had the race stream open, so I knew what was going on. That emergency exit at the start, him getting the 3-minute lead and then dying to the
ice dragons
or whatever they're called.
Yep, the earthworm too. Leo, I am so sorry. That was just some brutal.
I was expecting
the
it.
game
I wasn't
was
expecting anything else, to be honest.
The game was just not kind to you today.
I also did some mistakes, so that's.
I
mean, I wasn't expecting much from that race. I wasn't even chuffed about it.
I think just the one noticeable mistake you made was going back down in the ice cave instead of picking up the lava stone.
I saw that happen. I was like, I'm not gonna make it through that floor, and I didn't make it. Just like as I planned. But yeah, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah. So, Crrool, what did you think about your RNG? How did this run go for you?
I mean, it was just bad throughout. Let's be fair. If you've seen my run, you know what my RNG was like, and that was just horrible.
You guys both had 2 1 in 64 encounters during your race and multiple 3 in 64s.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least I know I had several, and like in general, like throughout the entire run, I just kept getting encounter after encounter after encounter, and it was really annoying as well. Because I just slowly but steadily saw the Leo's lead get bigger until Chaos' Shrine, where I just decided, you know what, YOLO, let's go, and I got really good encounter RNG in that. That's really where I came back and where the game turned around.
Oh, is it where it turned out? I thought it was over since like Ice Cavern, so I wasn't even paying.
No, you were ahead by 45 seconds going into Chaos' Shrine. That's how bad my encounter RNG was.
Well, mine
you
wasn't...
guys were. No, go ahead. Now, you guys were pretty much neck and neck after Ice Cave.
I was about to say pretty much head to toe, but neck and neck works as well.
Neck and neck works. I'm not in the SRL channel. Can you guys give me your SRL times?
130, 120, 130, 139.
Yeah, something like that.
131.20, 131.39?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
So, Leo, GG, welcome to the losers bracket.
Yeah, just like last year. I mean, I'm pretty consistent.
Yeah, population everyone, by the way. I mean, let's face it. In any double elimination format, everyone except for one person is going to the losers bracket.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, even if you reach the end, the undefeated person could lose one and still have 10.
Yep.
Yeah, we all know how that went, don't we, Leno?
PTSD from last year's tournament.
2 years ago. 2 years already.
And 2 years ago, yeah. Yep. Now, Crrool, quick question. Someone in chat brought this up, but there was a match involving you from 2 years ago where someone died to sandworms. Was that
I mentioned that on stream as well. That was in another match versus me. It was one of 3 times that I now know of where that happened. And still the reason why I always save there just before I get there, if I'm ahead.
Yep. I had that happen to me against Double Drop during last year's tournament. I forget where it was.
Yeah, and you had it against me 2 years ago in the winners finals.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. That was game 1 of that.
That was winners finals, and then we got back in the actual grand finals where you then won your first match, because of which we had to do a third one. See, I remember.
And that was. Yep, that's right. That was your only loss of the tournament, was against me.
That was my only loss back then, yeah. This year I can't say that because I forfeited 1 match in the groups, but hey.
I was about to say, at least this year you already have 1 loss, so you're pretty much free from getting another one.
Alright, so before we wrap this up here, Crrool, your next opponent is going to be Kabetha, who is Grandmaster of Making Routes for this game.
Making notes.
Making notes, yes. Any insight on that match?
I got what I came for. I'm gonna be happy however it goes.
And Leo, you will be facing the winner of Green Cleric and Star Crawl.
Yeah,
you have any preferences on who you want to face?
Yeah, I'm gonna reface Star Crawl and lose for once and for all. I mean, to be fair, I really need to be freed from that tournament. I lasted for over too long right now. I think I did my job bringing the puzzle in the tournament, even tonight. So I think my job is completely done right there.
Are you going to do puzzle for your next match?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, that's not even a question. I'm gonna do it every time.
I like that answer.
I mean, it doesn't cost anything but 30 seconds. Might as well go for it. I mean, it's a nice challenge to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And a reminder: the emergency exit isn't a proof of RNG. Having it is more of a curse than anything. Every time I had it, something.
Yep, chat was actually mentioning that because that it seemed like it cursed you right after you got it.
I mean, I did the puzzle and I quickly went through the result. I was like, shit, I didn't see the first item. That was something in 2 parts, 2 names. So I was like, Gold Needle, Hermes Use, something like that. So I'm out of danger. And I think when I healed in the marsh cave, I was like, oh, okay, it's the emergency exit. I'm screwed. And it didn't disappoint.
So everyone, again, give these runners a follow. They are worthy of your attention. They do play more than just this game too. Crrool is a noted Lufia 2 runner, as well as many other games. Leo is a Dissidia runner, among many others.
Yep. Everything that is close to a puzzle, really. Dissidia looks like a puzzle.
Yeah, you don't.
All right, do you guys have any final thoughts before we sign off then?
No. Thanks for commentating. Just Leno, just make it through to the finals. It'd be nice if we'd face off each other again this year.
I will do my
2
best.
Years ago.
I will do my best. I have to go through Porsyth, Soma, and then 2 more.
Yeah,
but I will do my best.
I mean, what happens if you face me again? Double puzzle, right?
Rip. All right, I want to give shout-outs to Chris and Kebetha for stepping in for me while I was away until I was able to get in here. But that will do it for us. Coming up next on Speed Gaming is a Link to the Past No Major Glitches tournament match, followed by a Rockman 2 match. We also have some Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, some Shovel Knight, and some more Link to the Past. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you next time.
Bye.